Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As my distinguished guests and members of the Chatham County Sheriff's Office, it's my honor and privilege to welcome Governor Brian Kemp and First Lady Marty Kemp. We're delighted to have them here and grateful for their continued support of law enforcement in Georgia. As Sheriff of Chatham County, I know firsthand the dedicated and sacrifice it takes to serve. I am proud of the hard work men and women that make up our team, and I'm as equally proud of our partnership with the Governor's Office. It has been instrumental in ensuring that we can have the resources and tools necessary to protect and serve our community. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Governor Kemp and First Lady for their unwavering commitment of safety and well-being to all Georgians. Thank you for joining us here today, and we're looking forward to your partnership in years to come.
Thank you, Sheriff. Well, thank you, Sheriff. Just want to thank you and the office and all your good folks that are working here for hosting us today. It means a lot, and we appreciate you being in the fight with us to go after dangerous criminals and keep our community safe. And I just couldn't be more proud of what we've been doing working with local law enforcement, our crime suppression unit. We've had a lot of operations down here in Chatham County in the Savannah area, up and down I-95, I-16, and we just appreciate the local support that we got. Honored to be here today with a lot of other great supporters in that effort, mainly our Speaker of the House, John Burns, who is certainly a neighbor just up the road, knows this area well, and a great supporter of our men and women in law enforcement, like the members of the General Assembly that are here with us. We appreciate you all's leadership and support. Also, our Attorney General, Chris Carr, members of the General Assembly I mentioned, local elected officials that are here with us, and we certainly appreciate Pete Scandalakis and the Prosecuting Attorneys Council and district attorneys from all over the state, and also just the First Lady and our family on behalf of the Kemps. We just appreciate, and we saw that this week, the heroic acts of our men and women in law enforcement and our first responders, and we honored those that have fallen over the last year today in Forsyth earlier. It's probably one of the hardest but also most gratifying ceremonies that I preside over, is honoring those that have died in the line of service. And it is just a great tribute for us to always remember those that are doing that literally every single day in our state and across the country. But not only as governor, but as a husband and a father to 3 daughters and as law-abiding citizens, I am not going to stand idly by as rogue or incompetent prosecutors refuse to uphold the law. And that is exactly why we're here today. Today we are sending a message that we will not forfeit public safety for prosecutors who let criminals off the hook. Today we're helping our hard-working men and women in law enforcement like Sheriff Wilcher and his team, because so many public safety officers across the state, they're tired of having to chase the same criminals over and over again, just to see them released by district attorneys either unwilling or unable to do their jobs, by letting out-of-touch policies guide them instead of what the law is. Far-left prosecutors are making our communities less safe. They're letting sex offenders, sex traffickers go free without proper punishment, because they simply cannot follow proper procedures. They're giving dangerous criminals get-out-of-jail-free cards through their lack of professionalism. And their misguided priorities and poor leadership are driving experienced and talented prosecutors out of their offices. Quite honestly, Georgians deserve better than that. They deserve the same accountability for our prosecutors that we simply have for our judges in this state. And that's why I'll proudly sign Senate Bill 92 in just a few minutes, sponsored by Senator Randy Robertson, who's with us today, President Pro Tem John Kennedy, Senators Larry Walker, Bill Calzert, Matt Brass, Jason Anvitarte, and many other people. I think I saw Cardin Summers here. Maybe, I can't remember, but a lot of other members of the Senate, and certainly Representative Joseph Gullett, who's here with us today, in the House that carried the bill, and I certainly want to recognize Representative Houston Gaines for his contributions to the legislation and prior efforts to ensure that we hold road prosecutors accountable. And last but not least, the rest of the members of the House, Representative Wiedauer, Chairman Ron Stevens, and many others, and especially the Speaker. We appreciate Speaker Burns' leadership, along with members of the local delegation, Senator Ben Watson, and others that are here with us. Senate Bill 92 establishes an 8-member prosecuting attorneys qualifications commission, much like the Judicial Qualifications Commission, with the authority to investigate and discipline any misconduct of district attorneys and solicitor generals. The bill also clarifies that a district attorney or solicitor general's failure to perform their duties constitutes grounds for a recall. Georgians in every community deserve to be safe. Brave men and women in uniform are doing their part. District attorneys and prosecutors need to do theirs as well. And after I sign this bill, we will ensure that they will with proper accountability. So without delay, I'll move to the table and we'll get Senate Bill 92 signed. Thank you all for being with us. Representative Jesse Petrie from the local delegation, a great supporter of law enforcement, also with us today. Yes, thank you for being here. Mark. Representative Bill Hitchens. Bill here. You may not have made it. He was with us earlier.
I just like the wife, she's a nice lady.
That's what everybody tells me. Good sheriff of the state right there. All